Breathe.
Take it one
Small step.
At a time. Congratulations for making it to the finish line.
Or is this the starting line? So what comes after your degree? You must have so many questions.
Uncertainty about where to go next and who you will become.
so much, you keep going at it, even past graduation.
But sometimes, the answer comes looking for you. Take it from me. The truth is, nobody knows what they're doing at the start. I'm not sure if anyone told you this, but
Every expert was once a beginner. And what seems like the end of a journey is often the start of life's greatest adventures.
Eventually, you learn to be the voice that guides someone else.
soon, you'll help someone take their first step.
Talking about SMU, do you know why the Lee Ka-shing Library is the tallest building in SMU? Because it has many stories. At SMU, we don't just graduate, we grow.
Because learning does not stop with a degree.
It moves, evolves,
And connects us for life.
Over here we have our outlet.
4 years ago, we stepped into SMU with questions and wonder about where we're heading. Today, the answers are clear.
Honestly, it's bittersweet. There's a lot of excitement about what's next, but also the sense of nostalgia that I've been feeling lately. The past 4 years I've spent here have been amazing, honestly.
Relieved, but also kind of weird. Like, it's over already. It's been tough. A lot of late nights, a lot of numbers, a lot of what am I even doing? But I made it, and I guess I'm proud of that.
I know that when I step out into the world, I'm stepping out with so much more than just my degree.
For me, I would say that moment would be when I got to pitch one of my ideas to real investors. So it was actually real people who could make my idea happen. And for me, the best part was that I actually managed to get mentored by one of the top investors. And that was not like just a simple good job hit kind of thing, but actual insights on how to take my business to the next level. And honestly, I think that is easily one of the coolest experiences that I've had at SMU.
This one project where I had to step up as the leader, even though I didn't really want to. I was nervous, second-guessing myself, but my team believed in me. And somehow I pulled through. That was a turning point. It made me realize that even if I don't have all the answers, I can still figure things out. And that experience shaped me into someone who's not afraid to take the lead when it matters.
Definitely the late night brainstorming sessions with my team. We ran on caffeine and pure adrenaline, trying to perfect our pitch deck. It was so stressful, but also some of the best moments because we were all in it together, pushing each other to be better. And those friendships, I think they last way beyond university.
It has to be the time that my friends and I spent hours debating over the best way to solve an economic model. We got so deep into it, we completely lost track of time. And when we finally left, we realized that the sun was about to rise. So it sounds quite nerdy, but in those moments of deep engagement, when you're just in the zone like like-minded people, those are the ones that I'll always remember.
Impact. Because that's what I want to create, whether it's through my career, my relationships, or the way I show up in the world?
Growth, because if there's one thing that I've learned is that I never want to stay in the same place for too long. I want to sort of keep pushing myself, learning new things, and see how far I can go.
Strategy. Because everything in life, just like economics, is about making the right decisions with the information you have.
Steady, because I'll figure things out eventually.
I'd say potential, because after everything SMU has thrown at me, I know I can handle whatever comes next.
Breakthrough, because that's what I'm aiming for, breaking limits, breaking barriers, and creating something truly impactful.
We may be closing a chapter, but our story is just beginning.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Commencement 2025. Today, we are here to celebrate the hard work and achievements of our graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as we will begin the ceremony really shortly. We ask that all attendees maintain a respectful and considerate atmosphere throughout the ceremony. This is a significant milestone for our graduates, and we want to ensure that the event proceeds smoothly and with the dignity it deserves. Please be reminded to switch off all mobile devices or put it to silent mode. Please also remain seated throughout the entire ceremony. Kindly refrain from using flash photography, as it may overexpose the individual close-up photos of the graduates on stage that are taken by the university's professional photographers. All photographs will be available for purchase 10 working days after commencement. More details are available at commencement.smu.edu.sg. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the valedictorian and economics faculty in the academic procession. Ladies and gentlemen, may we invite you to stand for the national anthem. Thank you, and please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the School of Economics Commencement Ceremony. My name is Shima, I'm a fellow graduate, and I'm also delighted to be your Master of Ceremony for this morning. Today, nearly 280 of us will walk away with a piece of paper that marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of countless new ones. But beyond the certificate, what truly matters are the moments that we've lived over the past 4 years. The lessons learned, the laughter shared, and of course, the friendships that we have built. These friendships are what we'll carry with us long after we leave this hall, and I certainly hope they will last a lifetime. So, before we step into what's next, let's take a moment to look back at our journey here in SMU through a short video montage. Now, we truly hope that this will bring a smile to your face, perhaps you'll recognize yourself, and maybe even shed a tear or two. Please enjoy. To start today's program, it is my honor to invite Professor Tia Lee, Dean of the School of Economics, to give the welcome address. Prof. Lee, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished faculty, proud parents, our graduate students, and above all, our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. James Lim. Today is a day of celebration, of hard work completed, challenges overcome, and potential realized. As Dean of the School of Economics at Singapore Management University, I'm honored to stand before you of a mark this turning point in your lives. But let's be clear. This year's graduation takes place in a world more complex and uncertain than ever. Trade wars are redrawing economic boundaries. Geopolitical conflicts are testing the limits of diplomacy. And artificial intelligence, once a distant idea, is now transforming how we work, learn, and live. The ground beneath our feet is shifting, and you, our graduates, are stepping into this new terrain. You might ask, how do we navigate such a world? The answer, I believe, begins not with technology or strategy, but with something more fundamental, our humanity. In a world of intelligent machines, we must remember what it means to be human. At SMU, we have trained you in data, theory, and decision-making. But the real test is not whether you can run regressions or forecast inflation. It's whether you can bring wisdom, empathy, and integrity into spaces where algorithms cannot reach. AI can process data at lightning speed, but it cannot care. It cannot comfort a colleague or act with compassion in the face of conflict. It cannot choose the right thing to do when the situation is ambiguous. Only you can. If the world feels more fragmented and competitive, then the task ahead is to build bridges, not walls. Progress will not come from shutting ourselves off or racing along, but from working together with humility, with openness, and with a shared sense of purpose. Graduates, you leave here not just with technical knowledge, but with the power to influence lives. Whether you go into finance, government, research, or startups, your role is not just simply to interpret data, but to lead with heart and judgment. And that's what the world needs most now. To be more human, not less. It means seeking meaning, not just status. It means practicing compassion, even in a competitive world. It means building together, not just advancing alone. Let me offer 3 ideas to carry with you. First, stay curious. The world will keep evolving, so should you. Second, invest in relationships. Trust and collaboration will outlast any algorithm. Third, act with courage. In moments of doubt or pressure, let your values guide you. Let us reject the myth of solo achievement. The greatest progress comes not from lone geniuses, but from people who build trust, listen well, and work toward shared goals. To the parents and families here today, thank you. Your love and support made this moment possible. To our faculty, thank you for your dedication to nurturing the next generation of thinkers and leaders. And to you, dear graduates, thank you for making SMU your home. You leave not just with credentials, but with a community that will remain part of you. So go forward with purpose and kindness. Carry with you the spirit of SMU, the drive to understand the world, and the courage to make it better. And always remember, in the face of AI and uncertainty, what the world needs most is not just intelligence, it needs humanity. Congratulations, class of 2025. The future is yours to shape. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Lee. You may now return to your seat. to invite our guest of honor, former Executive Vice President and President of Greater Asia for Becton Dickinson Medical, Mr. James Lim, to deliver her speech. Mr. Lim, please.
Very good morning, Dean of School of Economics, Prof. Lee, the Faculty of School of Economics, graduates, and all your family and friends that are here today. To the graduating class of School of Economics 2025, huge congratulations. I was seated there 35 years ago in my graduating ceremony. That was a long time ago. Today marks not just the end of one chapter, but the beginning of many new ones. It is truly an honor to stand before you to share 3 simple stories of forming habits that you can influence 100%, in spite of what Prof mentioned about the world being what it is today. The world will keep evolving, no matter what you do. But you have 100% control of what you have and your power to form good habits. The 3 simple stories are lessons on grit and adaptability, the power of taking risks, and the importance of living with integrity, ethical fitness. On the subject of grit and power of adaptability, every organization that you join, just like every relationship that you build, will have its own culture and nuances. Your ability to adapt and navigate change management will determine how successful you are in your journey. In my own experience working across Greater Asia and the worldwide, I've learned quickly that success wasn't just about what you learn in university. It was all about how I could learn, unlearn, and evolve, especially about leading and motivating people. But adaptability alone is not enough. You need grit. Grit is passion and focus on long-term goals. Angela Duckworth, in her work on grit, describes it as one of the strongest predictors of success, and I strongly believe in that. After work, sleep, and maybe 4 hours with the family, whatever time I have left, I invested in building mental resilience, either through mountain biking, marathon, triathlon, or even an obsession with understanding what is health span versus lifespan. Changing my diet was one of the hardest things I have embarked on for better health span. That takes grit. So focus on grit. These aren't just passion. They taught me discipline, commitment, how to keep going when every part of me wants to stop. That mindset carries into every meeting, every project, every challenge I undertook in my career. One last advice. Choose addiction that is not detrimental to performance, like exercise, creativity, and not smoking and drinking. Number 2, take risks, as Professor Lee mentioned, especially when you are young. So early in my journey, I took a leap. I left home to pursue mechanical engineering in Singapore, dreaming of a future in automotive engineering. Later in BD, I raised my hand for a project that was really value added to my company. Difficult to do, but it's very important for the company to succeed. Things like starting off automation group to do your own automation and build equipment in-house, building the first ethylene oxide sterilization in Singapore and also Asia Pacific. Later, I moved from operations. I was invited to leave operations and to run the Greater Asia Pacific organization. It was leaving operations and moving to sales and marketing. That was very uncomfortable. The reason I did that was because I had a purpose in life. and that role could make a difference in 6,000 people across the region. Taking risks doesn't mean being reckless. It means betting on yourself. It means choosing courage over comfort again and again. And today, whether it's in the boardroom or out in the mountain bike trail, I keep pushing my boundaries. Not because I have to, but because I have to keep evolving. So take risks now. Be bold when your fear is smaller than your dreams. My last story will be around ethics are your foundation. In pursuit of your success, never forget who you are. The world will tempt you to cut corners, to compromise your values for a quick win. Don't. Because in the end, your character is your greatest competitive advantage. I spent over 3 decades building a career I'm proud of by doing what is right, even when it wasn't necessary. I tried to leave every person, every team, and every organization a little better than I found them. My purpose in professional life was to make a difference in people's lives for the better. As you step into your leadership role in the future, ask yourself, what do I want to be when no one is watching? What legacy do I want to leave behind? Because one day, people won't remember what you have achieved, but they'll remember whether you have made a difference in their life. Lastly, I just want to share that I was not so privileged. My father was not here to attend my graduation. I didn't know at the time he was very ill. But anyway, you have a great chance today to say thank you very much for supporting me, to whoever who is here today, whether it's your family, your parents, your partner, your friends. So please don't waste this opportunity to say thank you to them. Congratulations to the class of School of Economics 2025. Go forth and build a better world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lim. You may now return to your seat. We would now like to invite Professor Tia Lee, Dean of the School of Economics, to confer the undergraduate awards along with their degrees. May we also invite Associate Dean for Undergraduate Curriculum, Professor Tomoki Fuji, to announce the recipients of these awards.
It has been a rigorous journey, and we applaud each of these exceptional students. Every year, there is a shining star amongst the undergraduates. This year, we have indeed such an individual, and he is receiving the following 3 awards. The most prestigious Kwek Hompen Valedictorian Award recognizes and honors the student who embodies diligence, tenacity, humility in the pursuit of progress, success, and excellence. This award is given to the most outstanding graduate from our Bachelor of Science Economics program. This individual is also receiving the School of Economics Top Final Year Award and School of Economics Outstanding Thesis Award. The recipient of the 3 awards is An Yu Kun. Ministry of Trade and Industry, Economist Service, Best Thesis Prize. Sponsored by MTI, this award is given to our graduate with the best senior thesis. The recipient is Don To Jia Yi. Excellence Award in Actuarial Science major. Sponsored by faculty members of the school, this award is given to an outstanding graduate with a second major in actuarial science. The recipient is Kyo Chuan Ho Jester. School of Economics Excellence Award. Sponsored by SOE, these awards are given to students with excellent academic performance and who have also made notable contributions to the community. The recipients are Caleb N. Wei En, He Zihong, Ho Matsuoka Evangelista Miyuki Sophia, Peng Yo Yun, Kwai Wan Samuel, Tojo Lim Megan, Wang Jiayin, Prithviraj Mukhopadhyay, Prithviraj is also one of the recipients of the Ho Kwon Pin Circle Award. This award is aimed at recognizing distinctive graduating students who have demonstrated the core circle values during their tenure of studies at SMU. This is sorry. Salman Imtiaz. Our heartiest congratulations to all the award recipients.
Thank you, Prof. Fuji. You may now return to your seat. Prof. Lee, may we please invite you to remain on stage to confer the undergraduate degrees.
We will now be presenting the degree scrolls to the Bachelor of Science in Economics graduates. Abdullah Khurshid. Ai Wei Yun. Ainul Habiba. Akrish Ripul Javeri. Al-Istifa bin Mazlan. Alexander Stephen Xiao Yu Chung. Alyssa May Felix Avellanosa. Ananya Anand Iyer. Andrew Ko Tia Hao. Ang Jun Sung Jordan. Ang Wee Kian Raphael. Ang Wei Jun Keith. Anissa Chan Sing Ning. Anusha Goel. Ashwin Vijay Srinivasan. Balamurukan Tirunavukarasu. Bernice Chai Le Ting. Bhavika Agrawal. Bima Gunawan. Brittany Charles. Brittany Kon Seok Yi. Callista Shannon Lam Xuan En. Karen Boy Koi Kin. Chai Zi An. Chan Yu Heng. Chong Lee Sin. Chia Wei Shan. Chiang Jia-ying. Qing Wenjia. Chloe Ng Jing Ting. Sheng Lu Yi. Chong Le Kai. Christina Ayumi Lee. Chua Wei Jin. Chung Kai-yi Elliott. Danica Kar-teo Ling. Darius Ng Zhiwei. Darren Koo Chun Rong. Delphina Chua Shu Ting. Denise Talia Lim Yen Yen. Denzel John Gomez. Derek Po Yong Jie. Don Law. Dylan Nyo Yu Zhen. Elena Ivanka Hadid. Alyssa Lim. Emma Lloyd Chi Hui. Ethan Chua Boren. Ethan Lee. Faith Xander Tan Yin Fei. Fan Wei Feng Timothy. Fu Chuan Wei. Gao Qianyun. Gaurang Janwar. Gerald An Yi Hearn. Gloria Go Su Yi. Go Junhan Ryan. Go Li Xuan Glenda. Gracia Stephanie Hartono. Hana binti Eddie Halfian. Hasmita Balusu. Helena Kang Zehui. Hong Wen-si Valerie. Ian Joshua Lo Yao Ting. Ibrahim Hanif Abdurrahman. Isaac Leong Wen-xuan. Isaac Tan Yi. Zhang Hana. Jolin Ng Zeyun. Joshua Cam Dillon. Juanvito Aditya Pratama. Karen Tan Jia Li. Kevin Ng Kai Hung. Kor Kai Ling Kaylin. Lam Kai Yi. Lau Lok Ling Charlene. Law Qi Xue. Lia Li Zhihui. Li Chengjun. Li Lixuan. Li Wenling Lavelle. Le Weiqiang. Lim Peng Wai. Lim En Jie. Lim En Sin. Lim Zhao Wei Donovan. Lim Ziyu. Lisha Yap Yong Yu. Mahika Tapar. Matthew Go Yi Cheng. Matthew T. Geng Wei. Matthew Yap. Max Pei Wei Jie. Megan Lo Jiaying. Makaya Teng Qixiang. Muhammad Amir Arshad bin Muhammad Isa. Moses Lim Kok Yang. Muhammad Hisham bin Muhammad Yusuf. Mutarasan Srinidhi. Nandini Goyal. Naomi Farouk Mogrelia. Nathan Chong Yi Eun. An Ren Aaron. Jia Xuan. Kai Yi Alicia. Li Wen Julia. Sui Yi Charmaine. Si Yen. Nguyen Han Trang. Nico Chu De Qian. Ong Sing Ning Shannon. Ong Zheng Kwang. P. Saktivel. Pai Jing-wen. Palak Dalmia. Pedro Deviani. Pei Tian Earn Sean. Paul Wei Hearn. Christina Punamasari binti Muhammad Ridwan. Rachel Ko Chen Ning. Ria Sabra. Ria Sanjeev Kumar. Ronald Lam Chuan Jie. Ruchi Mishra. Russell Moreno. Russell Rex Chua King. Ryan Go Xu Jie. Ryan Lim Jing Peng. Sasha Sagar Padki. Sai Cho Wai. Sai Xun Yen. Sarah Teo Eun Sing. Xia Jin Rui. Xiao Shu Hui Sophia. Shana Chua Ai Jia. Sharafinat binti Shawal. Shima Shadila binti Abdullah. Shen Qing Xuan. Charmaine Tiam Wen Si. Cheryl Tan Wei Ling. Sophie Yusna Santiago. Sham Kumar Singh. Sim Sien Yi Gerald. Simran Agarwal. So Jun Hong. So Yue Qi. So Zihao. Soin Harshita. Syed Muhammad Firas bin Syed Siraj Uddin. Taekyon Kwon. Tan Adonsha. Tan Chun Ling Bobby Dao. Tan Jung Sheng Jackson. Tan Kai Eun Tammy. Tan Quan Shao Gabriel. Tan Li Wen. Tan Shu Xuan Nina. Tan Yan Si Eunice. Tan Yen Hao Jordan. Tan Yingqi Dara. Tan Ying San Joel. Tan Yue Tong Krisan. Tang Kai Sing. Tao Ria Shin. Tarasha Dugar. Tei Jinghui Isabel. Kyo Jun Hao. Tam Zhi Hao Patrick. Tapas V. Pula. Tian Hyang Ling Vivian. Timothy Phua Chia Ho. Ting Sin Sean. Tho Chien Yu. Tho Jing Lin Cheryl. Tho Liu Hui. Tho Zeyu Keith. Tung Jia Kun. Tristan Julius Mark Gueco Brieta. Vanillin Chia Yi Ting. Venkatesh Bagrodia. Vigneshveli, daughter of A. Janasega. Rishank Junjunwala. Wang Jiashen. Wong Ming En Samuel. Wong Sui Kai. Xavier Boone Santimano. Yashmit Vishal Kedia. Yu Jianing. Yuan Yun Singh. Yung Chi Yang. Zacchaeus Gautier. Zulkarnain bin Zaidi. Ang Cheng Nan. Chang Si Jing Joshua. Estelle Lael Pan. Ho Jack Ji.
Thank you, Prof. Lee. You may now return to your seat. We would now like to invite the Kwek Hong Peng School of Economics valedictorian for the class of 2025, Ng Yu Kang, to deliver his speech. Yu Kang, please.
So good morning to our guest of honor, Mr. James Lim, Dean Professor Jia Li, Associate Deans Professor Tomoki Fuji, Professor Chang Pao Li, and Professor Zhang Yitong, distinguished guests, faculty and staff, parents, friends, and of course, graduates. I think everyone here has something to celebrate today. For the parents and friends of the graduates here, you've supported your loved ones through one of the most important parts of their journeys. And for our professors and staff, another cohort who you have mentored has successfully completed their journey. And for you, the graduates, you have finished a chapter of your life that has shaped not only your academic ability, but also your character. So I want you to take a moment now and think back to your earliest memories at SMU. Some of you may have arrived with a clear goal, and maybe you knew what career you were chasing, what clubs you wanted to join, and what mods you wanted to take. But for many of you, these first few weeks were filled with uncertainty. You had so many unfamiliar things to learn, not least of all, the boss bidding system. So making friends and adjusting to a fast-paced university culture took time. But as the months went by, you found your footing, and many of you took part in various activities in SMU. From this, you may have found a sense of belonging in different friend groups from different ventures, such as sports teams, competitions, and overseas trips. And you may have made good memories over group projects, long study sessions, and campus events. From it all, you grew as individuals. For some of us, university was a time of discovery. Maybe you found a passion you didn't know you had, or maybe you were a part of a close-knit community where you felt accepted. And for those of you with these experiences, I hope you will cherish these memories for the rest of your lives. However, for some of you, life at SMU may have been more challenging. I know that not everyone's journey here has been smooth, and maybe you felt lost at times, uncertain of which path to take, and maybe you experienced periods of self-doubt. These experiences are valid, and I don't want to ignore them. However, as you sit here right now, I hope that you can take some comfort in knowing that you have made it through, because sitting here today means you made it despite everything, and there is no small feat. I don't want to share my experiences because they may not align with yours. However, I hope that you can look back on your years here at SMU and think, has your journey been good, and has it been worthwhile? If the answer is yes, then I'm happy for you. If the answer is no, that's all right too. Not every chapter of life will be positive, but your life will still carry on. Success differs for everyone. For some, it's landing their dream job, and for others, it's being the first in their family to graduate university. And for some of you, it's simply being here today, and I think all these stories are equally worthy of pride. I don't know what the future holds for any of you, and I won't presume to know. You may have already found a job or are starting a postgrad course. Some of you, however, may still be figuring out your next steps. And I think that's okay, because finding your calling is a lifelong journey. What matters most is that you stay true to your beliefs and chart your own path. So to my fellow graduates, congratulations. You've made it to this moment and to the end of this speech. And while this chapter comes to a close today, you have many more adventures to be had. I wish you all the best in everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Yu Kang. Fellow graduates, this marks the end of a bittersweet journey in our beloved SMU. Now, over the years, we've laughed together, cried together, studied side by side, and yes, maybe partied a little too hard together. But we've made it. So remember to enjoy and bask in our accomplishments for all the hard work it took to get us here today, because we deserve it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the class of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated as we invite our Dean to lead the faculty in the academic recession. Prof. Lee, please. Family and friends, thank you for waiting. Please follow the ushers to exit the hall and proceed to the Yongpang Hall School of Law Level 2 open space for the post-ceremony buffet reception. Thank you and have a great day.